There is nothing wrong with your internet. Do not attempt to adjust your settings. We are controlling the podcast. We control the squealing and the screams. We can make your heart flutter, your eyes blur from tears, or sharpen your mind to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit back. We are in control of what you hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your settings. You are about to experience the awe and mystery known as the female mind. You are now entering the Fangirl Zone. Hello and welcome to SyFy Talk on the Fangirl Zone, a podcast where we discuss shows on the SyFy channel. I'm Sean Fangirl S.
I'm Steve, and tonight we'll be discussing Episode 7 of Season 1 of Happy.
Okay, this is just killing me how weird this one is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And seriously, this episode, it started and I'm just sitting there with my mouth open going, What?
Yeah.
There was a lot of that this episode. I am going to tell you guys, I was trying to tweet it. It was really hard because there was a lot of WTFs.
Yeah.
I was just saying that a lot.
Yeah.
So, hit us with some ratings news.
All right, Episode 7 had a 0.17 in adults 18 to 49, with 0.518 million viewers, making it the 69th rated cable show for the day. Not too bad.
No.
And the live plus 7 day numbers for Episode 5, it tied for 13th in adults 18 to 49 percentage gain, going from a 0.2 to a 0.4 for an increase of 100%.
That great increase. This is just the weirdest frickin' show, though. I'm just gonna keep saying that till the end, because I don't know how they're topping this episode.
Yeah, I don't know either, but they'll find a way. They have so far.
That's true.
And I just hope we get more of this, because I would love to see them come up with another just totally insane story like this.
But what did we get this episode, Steve? That I said it had to be coming back. Nick Sax's butt.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, Christopher Maloney. But that would just be awkward.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me. Alright. Jump into episode 7, shall we? Destroyer of Worlds! Boy, that sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Finally reunited, Sax and Happy make one last push to save Haley. Amanda pursues a dangerous lead all by herself. Blue and Isabella come to blows over a dark family secret. Okay. And we open with what looked like an 80s jazzercise music video. And it was Mary's mom singing.
Yes.
And then we see Smoothie in it with like a mullet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm telling you, there was a lot of, what the hell is going on? Like, I had a real hard time. But you know how hard it was to tweet this one.
Yes, it was impossible.
Because I'm just like, what? I'm just like, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah.
That I think I tweeted more than once. And if you guys are following us on Twitter, I'm sorry, but first of all, it's like, how do you not do something to give anything away with this show?
Right.
And when that happened, it's just like, yeah, no, you just gotta watch this to understand this part. But then it kind of cuts away and we see, the coroner's in there packing up Mary's mom because she overdosed on her pills. And she's pissed. She's like, Blue's gonna pay for this?
Yeah.
And it was awkward because they were trying to be nice to her. She's sitting there just very calm.
Yeah, but seething.
Yes.
Inside. And you don't.
No.
Don't let to see this come out, I'm afraid.
And, they're like, do you want to ride in the back? I mean, we had leftovers back there and it smells weird, but we can crack a window. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's the word of the day. Just what?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah. But meanwhile, we have Nick
Wait, what?
You have Nick who managed to get out of Blue's stronghold. How, you ask? Because apparently he's a stamped superhero. He had Mrs. Blue with a towel on her head and around her.
In front of him.
And the boy on the back.
on the back.
Tied to him with, like, extension cords.
Yeah.
And wasn't it nice of Sax, though, to help hold up that towel for Mrs. Blue?
Yeah. It was.
And it was kind of funny because he's like, yeah, do you really want to take me out? Because you take these, one of these little bastards out, too. And one of the guys is like, I don't care.
Right.
And suddenly, Sax and the Never-Ending Bullets taking all the guys out. And people, if somebody's using you as a human shield, go dead weight.
Yes.
Although then it would have been bad for Sax, which would have been bad for the show. But
right.
Do that. They can't hold you up and try to shoot at people. It's hard to hold up dead weight.
Right.
You ain't taking me out that way.
And it was so great as he's moving and shooting and turning and shooting. And you see the kid.
Oh, yeah. Doing it, too.
Do it, too.
And then he takes them all out. He's like, where's Blue? And, of course, after a string of profanities comes out of her mouth, basically.
Yes.
At his sister's place. Take the car, it knows the way.
And tell him I want a divorce.
Which is like, okay. Sax is kind of like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. And as he's off, the kid finds the detonator from Sax's car. And apparently, Sax didn't turn it on.
Right.
Because he flips it, hits the button, and it goes boom, and Sax is just like, oh, oops.
Yeah.
Guess he doesn't have to tell him about the divorce anymore.
No.
Weird. And can we talk about our zombified Mikey?
Oh my God.
He's eating all of the, like, meatballs and sauce, and then he suddenly goes for the raw meat.
Yeah.
And Isabella this whole time is just talking like, I'm so glad you're back. I can't believe it, blah, blah, yada, yada. And then he goes for the meat, which, does that still have blood in it?
Yeah.
Ew. And she's like, no, not the raw meat. And all of a sudden he's talking in Latin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Demonese. And she was like, what is going on? And he gets up and walks out and goes to the garage. I shouldn't laugh at this because he's in the car and like there's a bunch of like groupies outside.
Right.
Why do they have groupies for Mikey?
I don't know if it's for Mikey or if it's the reality show, but of course, yeah, Mikey coming back from the dead, that's going to cause group.
Yeah. And well, he takes off and takes a couple out.
Yeah.
It's like thump thump. Like, and these people are still like, Mikey. And Isabella runs outside and she's like, Micah. And it's like, what is happening? I can't get past this because it's so weird.
Yes.
And
it's about to get weirder.
Because a blue unicorn Pegasus imaginary friend wasn't weird enough.
Right.
Let's add a demon possessing a dead body and Nick's butt and like all this weird shit. So why don't you talk about the next part? Because I was like so ew. So ewed out.
Amanda has decided that maybe there's a common thread between all these disappearing children, and sure enough, there is. It happens to be those kids disappeared at a Sunny Shine show. So she goes, maybe I need to go talk to Sunny Shines himself. And so she does. And she informs him that that's the common denominator is they were all kidnapped at one of his shows. And she wants him to use his celebrity to raise awareness of the issue.
Which, her asking for that seems completely valid.
Oh, absolutely. She's a desperate mom wanting her daughter back.
But his attitude?
Oh, he was a creep.
Well, because he's turned suddenly like evil.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm sorry, I'm on the new diet, which I don't understand, the ghee and the certain coffee, because ghee is butter. It's like, ew, you have butter in the coffee? That sounds gross. I'd be mad too. But it's a thing. I understand it's a thing, guys, so don't send me, like, hate mail on that. I don't understand it, but I know it's a thing. But I was tweeting out, I'm like, ooh, wow, that celebrity turns quick. Good thing you don't see everybody's, like, horrible behind the scenes, and thankfully they're not all like that, because then it got even to a whole different level.
Yeah.
He came back from being evil mad guy to just creepy, disgusting guy.
Yes, he did. By making a disgusting pass at her, and then saying, oh, well, here's free tickets to the next show.
When she comes back.
Right.
Ew, 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 some more.
And so she stomps out of his office and he immediately gets on the phone and says to somebody, don't let her out.
Which I didn't understand that. Like, okay, you've already kind of creeped her out. I figured she's
Right.
going to go far away and not come anywhere near you. Why are you going to do this? Because in the next part, it was really like, oh God, I need to lie down.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Because apparently, Sunny Shines is more than just a little kind of creepy personality. No.
Yeah. A much creepier personality, Boss Bug.
And he's got a whole shitload of weird in the back room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. I know we're going to talk about this in a minute, but I had a hard time, like, watching this because I'm like, my mind could not wrap around some of what I was looking at.
Right.
Especially the weird Teletubby-like things.
Yeah. That was...
I wouldn't, seriously, you guys, if you're watching this and you're listening to us, because you've got to tell me what you thought about the weird things.
Yeah.
Because I know I am not the only person that had that total WTF moment when they showed them.
Right.
I just want to know first impressions. I'll read it on the next episode without even saying your name if you want. But I want to know what the hell you guys thought of those things. Because that was, yeah, I had to pause it. And I was like, oh my God, what is this?
That's some awfully demented people there.
That's gotta be straight out of a comic book because I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Okay, let's go on. But
I
wow.
don't even want to know if this is a real thing.
Well,
I'm sure it is, but I just really don't.
There's a lot of weird things out there, and it's like, hey, whatever you're into, as long as it's legal and everyone's consenting, that's cool. But holy shit. Okay, let's come back because I'm about to you're gonna hear that word a lot in a few more minutes, but
Yeah. So we find Mr. Blue arriving at his sister's house looking for Mikey and the password.
Yeah. And apparently she was like, all right, I got some brass balls because I know everything you did. I know everything and where all the proverbial bodies are buried.
Right.
Probably all the real ones too, but.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's like,
she knows all his secrets.
Yeah. I got a following. What are you going to do? And he just turns and casually shoots the director.
Yeah.
And
Just starts plugging
Yeah.
the TV crew just right one after the other.
And whatever woman was outside, which I'm assuming was just a friend, just shot her too. It's like,
yeah, one of the groupies.
oh, was that? I thought that was one of her friends that was inside the night before.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit, he's just taking him out.
Yeah.
As he's
In broad
screaming.
daylight with people standing out there watching him do it.
Yeah. They're filming this. It's like, they're not going to blur your face out no more, dude.
No.
There's no getting around this one.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And there's a lot of back and forth. And he's like, I want my password. And she's like, he isn't here. Go to hell. And he puts the gun to her head. And she's just looking at him like, all right.
Yeah, pull it.
And I was really surprised because he stops because he gets a phone call.
Yeah. Boss Bug. When Boss Bug calls, you jump.
Oh.
Just like Smoothie did when Blue called.
Yeah, that's true. So, yep, I guess he's not going to kill his sister right now.
Yeah, at least not yet. So, of course, Mary's on the hunt for Blue, and she sees his car. So she pulls it over.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
She rammed his car.
Yeah, she tried to take him out in his car, but fortunately it was not Blue driving, it was Nick.
Yeah. And he's just like, you know what? You need to quit putting the gun in the face. It's losing its meaning at this point.
Yeah. But I really want to know, because we see Nick and Happy in the car before Mary finds them. And Happy is about to tell Nick something nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Mary shows up and we don't find out what that is. And I think that is going to be a huge, important clue.
I thought it was supposed to be Haley's wish.
Right. Yes.
Which
you're right.
I was assuming it had something to do with Nick anyway.
Yes. You're right.
But also, Happy had to tell Nick that Yeah, he had to take somebody out.
Yes.
And Nick tries to be comforting about that in an oh-so-weird Nick Sachs fashion.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's not really that bad now, is it?
it's like, you'll always remember your first. It stays with you. Then he's like, do you remember yours? He's like, yeah. Wait, no. Huh. But, because he's just like, oh, man, you did it. You took somebody out. I'm like, why are you happy about this, Nick? First of all, it's an invisible friend that's going to hopefully go back to your daughter. So this is just weird.
When he's not fighting crime with Nick.
Yeah.
Or causing crime with Nick, one of the two.
Snorting drugs, whatever. But all is said and done, and Nick's like, give me your keys. And, of course, Mary's like, no, screw you, and her phone goes off.
Right, and it's Amanda calling for help. The bug people have her.
Because back at the building, the Sunshine Building, Amanda had managed to get away from the security guards. Why she went up instead of down in the elevator is beyond me. But she stumbles into a room that has a weirdest rave going on ever.
Yeah.
All these weird green, black, rubber costumes, assless chap. I don't know if you caught that part. Just suddenly it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And these animal-headed masks, and there's sex, and there's bowing, and then there's those Teletubby things.
Yeah.
And it took off its head. I don't know what it was.
No.
It looked like Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Tell me what it was. Like,
I don't know.
I'm afraid, Steve.
Yeah, a mask within a mask within a mask, maybe?
I'm so scared. I don't know what it is. Basically, that's when a whole slew of what the fuck came out of my mouth. Oh my god. So yeah, seriously guys, what do you think that thing is? Because, again, somehow it gets weirder.
Yeah.
Because later on, Mary runs into one, which we'll talk about in a minute, and I'm like, I don't know what to think anymore. Like, if this is straight comic book, that is awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's a head scratcher for me. Because we have, back at the stage, the kids have all been round up again.
Yes.
And Smoothie's like, alright kids, alright, you going to your new homes. We're gonna wrap you up. And they're being wrapped up like giant dolls.
Yes.
Literally with the giant, like, bread ties and everything.
Yes.
Because I don't know what those things are called otherwise.
Yeah, that was super creepy to see each kid being put into their own box.
Right. And they had accessories in there too.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
What are these people going to do with these children?
Especially when they said try me on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seen that. I'm like, alright, I'm totally disgusted.
Yeah.
But Happy manages to tell Nick, which is funny because Nick's in the car with Mary talking to Happy.
Yeah.
So Happy tells Nick, oh yeah, no, Sonny doesn't live in a building. He lives in a rainbow castle and there's a gate and we've been there. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe we need to try this. So Nick's like, I don't know how he got Mary to believe him.
Right.
But Nick's like, Mary, we need to go here, basically to the soundstage.
Yeah.
And they go there and it's like, all right, this looks weird. So they split up and after, of course, he opens the window to let Happy out so he can go find Haley. It's like, how do you, as Mary, look at this and not, like, think to yourself, I'm so screwed. Why am I even here right now? I'm having this crazy guy lead me in because there's an invisible something he's talking to.
Right. Yeah. Nick is completely lost.
Yeah.
In her, here she is following his lead.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah. And of course, Mary gets into the scrape with
that thing.
That thing, yeah. Shall we call it a cuddly alien plushy killer type creature?
Oh, that just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. And just about when it's about to kill her, she manages to shoot it between the legs.
A couple times.
Yeah.
And it's not blood.
No. It's goo.
It's like, wasn't it like purple goo? Yeah. It's like, okay. I'm disturbed because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, don't have a clue what this thing was. If it was a person inside a suit that...
Inside another suit? It's like Inception.
Inside another... Right, exactly. Just don't know.
But with all this going on, there's alarms that suddenly happen, and Smoothie is made aware that Sax is in the building.
Yeah.
And he is super excited.
Oh, yeah. He just jumps to life. And, of course, goes back to the classroom and flips on the switch to his recording.
And Nick's all right, I got him. Finally.
Yeah.
You knew it wasn't going to be that easy, Nick. Come on.
Yeah. Walks into the classroom. There are no kids. He notices the tape playing and Smoothie's on his back with...
I'm assuming chloroform.
Yeah, ether.
Yeah.
Or chloroform. Brag.
To knock him out.
And down goes Sax.
Oh, God. Let's just notch the weird up to 11 now, shall we?
Yes.
We're going all the way past 10.
He takes to another stage, has him tied up and bent over a table.
And this is why we get to see Nick's butt in several frames.
Yeah, because Smoothie straps on his large sexual toy to his waist.
Oh, but Steve, you're passing up. You're passing up the part that had us all cringing.
Yeah.
Smoothie asking Sax, "Do you want to know why they call me Smoothie?"
Yeah.
And Sax going, "No, I really don't." And he looked like a damn Ken doll.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, is that supposed to be like a micro penis that's like kind of there, or what was happening? Because it was just,
No.
It was completely effed up. Like, at this point, there's no other way around that. And then you have like the monologue happen and music, which, because earlier they happened to mention Spandau Ballet, Blue did.
Yeah.
We get their song, which was it True, I think? I can't remember. And he's kind of dancing around, like, as Nick is like, oh God, this is going to happen. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Panic in his eyes with a gag and all this weird shit happening. And I want to know how they were able to keep a straight face.
Yeah.
Seriously, how many times did they have to do this without losing their shit? Because I don't think I would have been able to do it the first time, at least.
No, not at all. And you got to give them all the credit in the world. They played it fantastic.
Yes. I just want to know how many times this had to happen. Especially when he's like, Smoothie's dancing.
Right.
And, oh my God.
But Nick can't see him, so.
But how does I'm blanking on his name, the actor who played Smoothie, how does he not just start cracking up? I'm assuming he probably did a couple times. That's when you have Nick's face mostly in the shot. But he's filming this too. We failed to mention that. Yeah. And as he's going on about how the universe has brought us back together and don't worry, this will be great. Nick's like, no, it's not.
No.
Really not. And we assume we were going to get a really bad, like, Pulp Fiction moment.
Yeah.
And then out in the hallway, you had Happy trying to coax Mary to come this way, even though she can't see him or hear him. And somehow she follows him, though.
Yeah.
They go in the room and she shoots Smoothie, thankfully, in an eye.
Right. Okay.
I guess that'll take him out, right? And
shot in the eye, that won't kill him.
Well, I don't know if it went into his brain.
Yeah, well, if it went into his brain, yeah, maybe.
But I don't know, because it may have been like almost a side, like if he turned his head, because he falls into another studio.
Yeah.
And
I did think it was a fatal shot, that's for sure.
And poor Nick, as Mary starts to untie him, because then she picks up part of the strap on.
Yeah.
Because the other part.
Missing something.
And he's just like, get it out. He was a lot calmer
than
I would expect.
Yeah.
And, well, she removes it, and somehow he manages to collect himself and clothes, because apparently Smoothie brought his clothes all in there. I don't know. Because, well, they still got to go find the kids.
Right.
Ugh. That was something else, though, that moment.
Yeah. Now, of course, Blue has shown up to make sure that the truck gets sent off properly.
Yeah, because he's under orders.
Yeah.
Now, this seems to be something that does actually bug Blue.
Yes, finally.
Now, I don't know if it's so much the kids or the fact that, like, he's being forced to do it. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm hoping it's just the kid part is really got it messed up.
Let's hope so. But apparently he's got just as big a debt to pay to Boss Bug as Mary did to Blue. So he's doing what he's got to do.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Mary and Sax bust out of the building and gunfire ensued.
And while this is happening, we have Isabella seeing the old witch.
Yeah.
And this is weird because she's like telling her, I believed in you. How could you do this? And the witch is like, you still believe. You have to believe. And this is a talisman. And she's messing with like yarn.
Yeah.
And we see this happening. And Blue basically, he had just broke his phone because he was pissed talking to Boss Bug. Mary and Sax come in. And it's like, all right, well, everybody's going to get shot, right?
Yeah.
How the hell is Blue getting out of this? Especially if Isabella is with the witch. Who knows what that talisman is doing?
Exactly. Because Blue immediately runs and tries to climb a barbed wire fence, which, of course, he can't get over.
Well, he was shot at least once.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Took at least one hit.
Uh-huh.
And gets tangled up even more, ends up falling down, and Mary standing over him ready to take him out for good.
Because of all the weird things, she's following a thread from his sweater.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, is that what the witch is doing? It's like unraveling like the story or something?
Yeah, it could be.
I was like, what is happening?
This crazy old lady may have some juju.
And while this is happening, Mary's with Blue. Nick is trying to chase after the truck, which weirdly is stopped.
Yeah.
Because the driver was shot. And Nick seemed really surprised because he didn't do it.
Right.
And he opens the back and there's kids in there because they're sticking their hands out through. So obviously they were able to loosen at least one of those weird straps on them because they were sticking their hands out through the holes.
Yeah.
Except when he gets to Haley's container, Haley's not there.
Right.
Now at first I thought there was a bullet hole, but I think that was supposed to be those like the straps that they were in.
Right.
And Nick finds a little something left next to Haley's box. That creepy puppet mitten thing from our Very Bad Santa.
Yeah. Of course, we gotta finish with Very Bad Santa having Haley.
Yes. So, I mean, on one hand, he did save all the other kids, but on the other hand, he's gotta now deal with crazy Very Bad Santa so he can get his kid back.
Right.
And where is this guy going? Because Smoothie, I think, basically set the place aflame.
Right.
So now he can't go back.
Warehouse. So yeah, he can't go there. So gonna take some really good drugs to figure out where Phoebe Very Bad Santa is gonna take Haley this time.
Yes. So we gotta find out next week what happens.
Yeah.
Because that's the season finale.
Yes, it is.
Which is crazy that there's only 8 episodes because it's like one of those that really sucks you in. Mostly because all of the what am I watching moments, but
yeah,
it's
how much easier can this be?
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna go to a whole different level at this point because we still have to get Amanda.
Yep, they got to save Amanda. They got to save Haley. There's a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Oh God.
42 minutes or whatever it is.
Maybe it'll be a little longer.
Yeah, maybe they'll take the whole hour for the finale. Maybe.
What do you guys think? I'm telling you, this was weird. If you watched it, you know that. But what do you think about the whole thing? Send us an email at sci-fi-talk@fangirlzone.com. While you're at it, rate and review us on iTunes and all the other podcatchers you're finding us on. Because good ratings and reviews help other fans of the show find us. Because if we're all watching this, we know there's other people watching. But I feel like it's one of those that you cannot talk about at work because it's so out there.
Yeah.
Even though I still try to talk about it, I'm like, you should watch the show. Trust me. Just watch an episode and then get back to me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those that you're going to talk about, like, quietly, whispered at work.
Right. Yeah, in a corner.
Right.
quiet corner.
Well, we do hope you're enjoying the podcast. Don't forget to check everything out over on our website, fangirlzone.com. Gives you the contact page so you can find all of our places that we are. And thank you guys so much for tweeting along with us because it's some weird stuff. You guys know that. It's weird and wild. All right. So for this episode of Sci-Fi Talk, I'm Sean Fangirl S.
I'm Steve. Just keep smiling there, kitten, and pucker up that sphincter, 'cause Nick Sack shoots early and often.
And until next time.